I'm Sarah Hill, and I'm here to answer financial education questions.
Let's talk about the question, why do I need to build credit, and where do I even start?
So, with a not so good credit score, meaning below 600, shows that you're not really responsible to make the payment back, and a creditor is probably not going to want to lend to you. So sometimes credit scores can be reflected on missed payments, not having a long enough credit history, or not having enough credit. So that's
so even just like not having like a credit card or not using credit for things. Let's say someone does that, they wouldn't have much credit history, which would lead to like a bad credit score essentially.
Yeah, and not having any credit is just as bad as having bad credit. So paying with everything in cash, you don't have a history of you could be trusted to make your payments on time or even paying them back at all. So you need some type of credit to show good payment history.
Yeah. Where can someone start building credit?
A person can start building credit whether it's at a bank, getting a secure credit card. Normally you have to have money put up front. They either put it in a savings account or they put it somewhere and hold it for collateral. You try to use below 30% of it, maybe just gas, and then pay it off every month, showing that you're able to borrow money and pay it back on a timely manner. You do that for about a year and normally your credit will start building up quick. We also have there's credit builder loans out there where you could get like a minimum of $500 or it could go all the way up to $2,000. But here at Republic Bank, we would put it in a CD and you would come in once a month and make a payment for a year on that. And at the end of the year, we would release the funds that were in the CD and plus the interest with that. Or you could do it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. There's also out there, I forgot to add, there's authorized users. Being added as an authorized user on a credit card, whether it's your parents, will help you build credit. Don't be afraid to be added to a credit card as an authorized user, because one day you are going to want to build a house, or not build a house, but one day you're going to want to buy a home and you have to have credit. I feel like the younger generation, or maybe just anybody in general that's never had credit or just starting out, they're scared of it because that's the old wise tale. Credit is bad. You do not want credit.
Right.
And you got to think of it as a tool. It's all how you use it.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just getting that financial education and that understanding of here's what this is and here's how you use it responsibly. Otherwise, you're just going into it blind and figuring it out.
Yeah, it's hard. It's very, very stressful when you get in debt.
Yeah, it's rough. Speaking of debt, there's a lot of people, especially because Gen Z, it's tighter on our budgets. How can we pay off debt while still saving money? A lot of us have jobs where it feels like we're just barely getting by month to month. So how can we balance paying off that debt while saving, and which one do you prioritize?
So I was always taught that your bills come first. So whether it's a credit card payment and you're able to make the minimum at the time, then do that. And then maybe just $10, just something small, and put it in a savings account. You don't want to do it to where you're cut yourself short, but you put a tiny bit of it in the savings account for emergencies, for a rainy day. You never know if something's going to happen, and nothing is too small. And then, it doesn't have to be every week, just maybe once a month. It's all what makes you feel comfortable. But it's really important to save for the big emergencies. You don't ever know, like a car repair. But the basic thing is do it to where you're comfortable. Don't cut yourself short, because then you're just maybe get discouraged and not pay your bills.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked what you said about no amount is too small, especially when you're saving, because a lot of savings accounts, depending on the one that you get, obviously they do interest. So that amount that you put aside, while it's $5 now, down the road it'll grow. Is there anything that you want to make sure that you say that you haven't had the chance to say yet?
There is no dumb question. You don't know what you don't know, so always feel free to ask someone about, hey, I'm interested in savings. How do I even get started?